Everybody is right now using this glow, blue, dream film look effect. No matter how you call it, it's still the same. Even I use it in my own YouTube videos and projects, to be honest. Today I will show you how to achieve it and how to use it while filming and also in post-production. Let's jump straight into the first option without any fluff. It will be just my pure experiences and practical examples and comparisons. Nothing more, nothing less. I have been a filmmaker for more than 8 years now, and I really started to love this look that you see right now. And how I do it on my camera, not on a GoPro or iPhone or drone footage, for that I have different tricks, but on my camera I do it with this. Yeah, it is just a promised filter basically. And lately there have been many different names for these filters: bloom, glow, dream, nostalgia, soft, cine, blah blah blah. But in general they all does the same thing: make the image more softer and the lights more glowy. It only depends on the character of the filter and on the strength. I have these two promised filters, and this one is a part of the VND set from FIlip, more on that later on. And this one I use most of the time. It's from Prism Lens FX, it's Cine soft filter and half of the strength. And you can buy it on Prism Lens. You can use the link in the description below for 15% off of any of their products. They have really good products. I'm not sponsored by them, I just love what they do. Here I will show you some examples, what it does and how it looks with and without the filter. And this one is really strong. It depends, as I said, on the filter strength and character. Some of them attacks only the highlights, some of them are just tiny bit soft, and some of them are really soft. So yeah, this one is pretty heavy. You can see it on the highlights and also on the midtones, and it also lifts up the shadows a little bit. For me, this filter, it really makes the image look like nostalgic and dreamy and really soft, and the lights from this are really nicely softened and spread out, as you can see on the images. For example, on the light stands outside during the night, it's amazing. It makes like this nice halo around it. For a lot of the people, I think this look would be too harsh. I'm looking on a lot of the example footage, and the difference between the shots with the filter and without the filter, it's pretty big. You can see it right away. And even the viewer without filmmaking knowledge would say that there is something different about the image. And maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. Depends purely on you, or me, or the other filmmaker, or just stop talking. Recently I was also making a music video where the beginning was like the real world, let's say. The girl was walking into a laundry, then she fell asleep and she appeared in a dreamlike scenario in a laundry with the whole band, and they were singing blah 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 blah. So I used this Cine soft filter only for the dream sequence to make it more dreamy, glowy, and to emphasize this feeling that you are in a dream. It's also emphasized with the colors and everything else. Alrighty, here is the second filter, and as I said, it is a part of FIlip VND magnetic filter, and it's a multi-purpose filter. It's a VND. Here you can take out the base. This is a mist base. You can put also not mist base inside it and put another ring on it like this, and now you have VND with mist filter inside it. And the mist is 1/8, I think, so it's really subtle, not like the Cine soft filter. I would suggest this one more for a documentary style and like commercials and stuff like that, when you don't necessarily need like vintage vibe and nostalgia vibe and like crazy highlights, crazy bloom. Just to make it a little subtle, a little softer, I would use this one. So if we compare these two filters, you can straight away see the difference. Mostly on the highlights, but also on the footage where there is not that much highlights, you can still see the difference because the Cine soft is really soft. On the normal footage, when there is not that much light and only sky, you can see it a little bit. Well, the difference is visible, but I mean the mist filter. You don't see that big difference with the mist filter and without the mist filter. But in comparison to the Cinesoft, there is still a big difference, even with just a pure sky. When we move on to some videos with lights, for example, headlights of the car or the trams, you can see a subtle difference between the mist filter and without the mist filter. But the mist filter just makes the light slightly glowing and slight bloom around it. If we zoom closely on the headlights, you can see it makes just a slightly bloom around it, and also nicely you can see it on the sunset footage because there is nice highlight and you can see nicely the bloom of the sky. And of course on the street lamps, that is the best example, you can clearly see there. Alright, and for those of you who doesn't own filters and still want to achieve this bloom effect, I have two options for you in DaVinci Resolve in post-production. How to do it, how to achieve it, let's jump straight into it. However, just one note, I think it's still best to keep it in camera, not in post-production. In camera, you still have the best quality you can achieve. First one, it's a tool called Dehancer. It's really amazing tool. I have made a whole video about it, you can check it out here. But if you just want to know how to make bloom with it, let's go into it. Yes, it's a paid one, but I also have a free option after this one, just how to make it in DaVinci Resolve, so stay tuned. But right now, let's jump into Dehancer. I have just a simple node tree here, but I have a special LUT here. It's a film look LUT from Freeze Frame. It is actually our new eShop that is coming out soon. Check out our Instagram. Soon we will be launching our products. Dehancer, pretty simple. You scroll down there, turn off everything if you don't want it, and here you have section called Bloom. You can turn it on, bang, and you can see right away what it's doing. By the way, you can choose here a profile. The more millimeters, the less strength. You can compare 8 millimeters and 65 millimeters, or you can also use this slider here. I usually stick with 35 or 16 millimeters. That works best for me usually. Yeah, but you can play with it, see what's best for you, and this is just a simple one-click solution inside Dehancer. That's it. Here you can see also examples of the same footage with Dehancer bloom effect applied on it. I think Dehancer really has nice bloom effect. It attacks the highlights mostly and it makes really nice bloom. It's pretty similar to the Cinesoft filter, I would say. It's not that strong maybe, but in the characteristics it's pretty similar. And the last section here is free. You just need DaVinci Resolve. You just need to find glow effect, put it on here, bang, and you can see right away what it does. But right now I don't like this look that much, so I want to go in and tweak it out a bit. First of all, pick source regions, and right now when you move this slider, what you can see will be affected with the glow. We want to point out, usually depends on you, only the highlights. So I will pick only the highlights. Alright, I will switch back to final results. I love to switch the composite type from add to screen, and it is actually more softer. You can see what it does right here. This is on screen and this is on add. Pretty big difference. The screen is more softer, more natural in my opinion. Honestly, as I'm going through these videos and watching the differences between the Dehancer and the glow effect, it both looks good, but it both is doing a little different thing, I guess. The bloom thing is more similar to the filter and what the filter does, and the glow effect is more artificial and attacks different things. I guess you can tweak it that it will look similar, but it's a lot of tweaking, a lot of fiddling around, and The Dehancer is just simpler, but with the glow effect, I think you can achieve really good results still. As I said, I think it's still better to keep it in the camera. So right now, let's compare all these four together and find out what I like the most and what you like the most, so you can decide what to use on your next shoot. I realized one thing. The filters brings up the shadows a little bit, so the image loses a little bit of the contrast. However, if we compare it with the post-production options, these post-production options don't do it as much as the filters. With the different settings on the Dehancer, the 8mm, blah 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 blah, you can achieve really different looks with single click of a button, and the 8mm actually looked really good. I always thought that it's really strong, but when I compare it with the Cine filter, it's not really that strong. So I think I will be using it more often. I was usually using the 16mm, as I said. The post-production options both lack a little bit of the saturation in the highlights and in the bloom. It's only like this white or desaturated highlight and bloom around the light source, even more with the glow effect. And yeah, you can clearly see it on the footage with the street lamps. The Cine filter makes it really saturated. The mist filter also, you can see the glow saturated. When we switch to Dehancer or the glow effect, it's not saturated that much. Yeah, you can change the color of the glow a little bit in the glow effect, but you have to change it then for every other shot. So I think it's not really convenient, but even for me it was really nice to see the comparison between all these bloom effects in post-production, in camera, on the filters, but I think I will stick with my Cine filter. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.